19-year-old Timilehin Faith Opasusi, a UTME candidate, ended her own life after scoring 190 in the 2025 JAMB exams. Disappointed and feeling hopeless, she reportedly ingested a poisonous rodent killer called Push Out on May 12th, right inside her family home in Ikorodu. Barely 30 minutes after doctors confirmed her death, an email came in. Timilehin had been offered provisional admission to study microbiology. This heartbreaking event has reignited public anger toward JAMB and the crushing academic pressures Nigerian students face. Mental health experts are calling for urgent reforms and better support systems.
Once upon a time, I wanted to read my books. Or maybe I should secure the bag instead. And the results are in. Guess what? 1.5 million students of 1.9 million total students scored below 200 in this year's 2025 JAMB. What is happening? Are students not studying again? Or is the economy so bad that it's really affecting their mental states? Or can we blame the school, call it a scam, or can we blame the system? So guys, hi, my name is Oyinmamacita. Today is day 16 of my 30-day challenge. My 30-day challenge, you might be wondering, what is my 30-day challenge? I'm actually pushing myself to post for 30 days in the whole of the month of May. So guys, smash the subscribe button to support me and let's talk. JAMB, it stands for the Joint Admissions Matriculation Board. JAMB is the Nigerian federal government agency responsible for conducting entrance examinations for admission into tertiary institutions in Nigeria, including universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education. UTME, Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, is the standardized exam organized by JAMB that candidates must take in order to be considered for admission into higher institutions in Nigeria. JAMB is the body. UTME is the exam it conducts. So when you hear someone say, I'm writing JAMB this year, what they actually mean is, I am taking UTME as conducted by JAMB. The 2025 UTME recorded one of the lowest average scores in recent years, only about 0.5 scored above 300, and 80%, over 80%, scored below 200. Many students took to social media saying, I practiced past questions, studied hard, but my results do not reflect that. And the same word that goes, they gave me. You know, one thing about Nigeria is, when you score high, you say, I scored. But when you score low, or maybe below what you expected, you say, they gave me. So basically, a lot of students took to social media to say they were giving so and so scores. And again, once 1.5 million of 1.9 million scored below 200. And the issue of putting 200 as the benchmark has actually been a debate across a lot of federal and state universities. There was a time that JAMB wanted to bring the cutoff mark. So now the benchmark is 200, so that's the cutoff mark. They wanted to bring it down to about 180, 150. And actually, even some schools, the cutoff mark there is 180, 200. In case you're watching my video abroad, you might be wondering, what is this? This is just like the SATs, or you know, for your college like examinations. So 200 is like the benchmark for a lot of federal universities for you to qualify to do their post-JAMB. So now, after you do the JAMB, you have a post-JAMB, which is conducted in the school of your choice, which is usually the first choice, because in JAMB applications you have the first choice and you have the second choice. But you know, you go for it's always the first choice. You go and write your post-JAMB in. That admission raised even more questions. If JAMB system can make mistakes, how many students were wrongly scored and are now discouraged, heartbroken, or disqualified from admission? Let's be honest, a lot of people are asking the same question. What is the point of the education if the system is faulty? I mean, we have outdated curriculums that are teaching irrelevant materials. No emphasis on practical skills. It's just cram, write, forget. As popular as they say in my school, la cram, la pour. As you cram it, you pour it back, and that's the end. If you ask them 2 days later, or even 24 hours later, after writing the exam, they can't remember everything. But as far as you can cram the whole sheet, you are a good student. Have your A. Teachers are underpaid, strikes are constant, and facilities are poor. I mean, how can you be a science student or an engineering student and you are actually asked to go online and imagine a lot of theoretical applications? It does not even make any sense. You are teaching students with chalk and blackboard in 2025. Are you serious? And over the whiteboard marker, probably one place has already destroyed. But then, what are we talking about? It's the system. I don't even blame the bodies in the universities. I think it's all the way from the top. How do you expect them to compete with global peers, learning with AI and 3D simulators? Guys, during my industrial training, I happened to have the opportunity to work with a private school student because I went to a federal school, and I've forgotten how he called it. Was it bioinformatics that he said it? And that was in his penultimate year, but I happened to do it as a project, a special project, because it was still a very new, relatively new part in my department. I did it during my dissertation as a project, but you could see that he was saying that a lot of the machines, a lot of the equipments that we're using in one of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in Nigeria was actually something that they were using in their school, and that was even in the shores of Nigeria. So when I look outside and I'm looking at like chemical simulations, AI, drone technology, machine language, and how a fellow chemist like me is as compared to abroad, and I'm like, okay, I feel like we have been shortchanged already. Students don't trust the system anymore. They see fresh class graduates jobless, while someone who learns digital skills is earning way more online, and they begin to say school na scam. I mean, that's the only overused term in Nigeria. In case you guys are wondering what is like school na scam, like school is a scam. That's what they say. Admission delays, corruption in schools, and low lecturer morale have killed passion for learning. Let's not lie. Some students are also not just motivated. Social media distraction, short attention spans, and peer pressure. And I would say that social media has played a lot in affecting the attention span of students. If you are scrolling through TikTok every day for a whole year, which I'm sure most people have done that already. Alone, the COVID 2020, you have scrolled throughout the year. If you are scrolling 5-second, 30-second videos, there's no way that your attention span will not be affected, because from 30 seconds you're on to the next 10 seconds, on to the next 15 seconds, and you're now wondering why you cannot pay attention in a class that is going for 1 hour or 2 hours, depending on how it is. Or even for your exam, like why is my mind drifting here and there? It's because of the phone and social media. And I'm not saying that social media is bad, but again, where is the regulation? Where is the line? Where do we draw the line between moderation and trying to regulate how we use this thing so that we don't get addicted to it or it affects us negatively, as we have been seeing? The pressure to blow quickly makes education feels like a waste of time. I mean, you are seeing your counterpart that is your age mate that is already riding the AMG, I was riding PJs everywhere and flying from Santorini to Greece to Turks and Cacao. So why should you suffer under the sun, walking from one place to the other on your campus? Many just write JAMB as a formality. They are not really interested in the course or in the university. They just be like, okay, they gave me this course. When something happens in the confines of what you don't want, we begin to say, they gave it to me. They put me in this department. And I won't lie, me that I'm speaking, I actually applied for a particular course. I didn't get the course, but I'm starting that in again. I'm also doing it. You can see, I'm about to say it. They gave me another course. So you can see that this is actually like a subconscious culture in our minds that when things don't work out, it's they. When they work out for me, it's me. So, but I was given another course, and I mean, I made the best use of it. You guys, I'll put a video here so you guys can go and watch that. When a student is forced to study zoology, but the student wants to be an animator, and I think that actually kind of interlinked though. You can do 3D animation of like animals now and pets. So when life gives you lemons, make a strawberry lemonade. I said that. So who is really to blame? The student or the system that boxed them in? Primary and secondary education is weak. No real learning foundation. And I mean, we can't stress the importance of foundational strength in education. Your primary, your secondary school, those are very like the formative years of a child. If you don't get it, you can't get it at all. I feel like it forms the cultural background of the child and how the child perceives the world. I mean, like I've had kids that maybe it's primary school, they went to like a private school, but maybe secondary and tertiary they went to federal schools. But you could see their orientation is really different from everyone else. And that's like, it just goes to show that the formative years of a child is very important. Overcrowded classrooms, outdated materials, poorly trained or lack nonchalant teachers. WAEC, NECO, JAMB are about memorizing past questions than understanding concepts. No mental health support, no career guidance. How can a 16-year-old choose their life path through one test under extreme pressure in a broken system? And even when you pass JAMB, strike will delay you, ASU will frustrate you, lecturers might exploit you, and at the end, guess what? No job. No job opportunities. You need to go and form your own. And they will tell you, didn't you know when you were in school? Okay, so what's the incentive to even try? Those that tried, what did they gain from there? So that is the school of thought over there. We need to rethink the education in Nigeria, real reform. Make JAMB transparent and error-free. If tech can fail students, it should also be able to protect them. Revamp the curriculum. Teach relevant 21st century skills. Digital literacy, creative thinking, and critical problem solving skills that are actually applicable in life. And what's the point of memorizing 3 pages of formulas when I'm not going to use them for the rest of my life? I don't get it. Invest in teachers. No great system without great education. Give students options. Vocational schools, creative programs, and tech hubs should be as valuable as universities. And parents, please stop forcing your child to become a doctor when they are born footballers or designers. There is grace in each and every career. This is bigger than JAMB. It's about our future. If we keep scoring our students with broken systems, we will keep producing broken futures. Let's fix our education. Let's fix Nigeria. Let's fix our mindset. And that's all. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I'll see you in my next video.